remember clearly that day. The air outside was warm, slightly damp after the morning rain poured down on the city. The building where the TikTok interview event took place looked crowded with passing crew, staff, and several entertainment reporters who had been waiting. I arrived early, given the opportunity to see firsthand how the atmosphere behind the scenes of an exclusive interview. The studio space was filled with the light of neatly installed spotlights, creating a warm and professional feel. There is a pastel-colored background with a repeating TikTok logo, adding to the cheerful impression. A light gray sofa is placed in the center of the room, modestly but elegantly decorated. That's where I knew Zhang, Linghe and Ruohan would be sitting side by side. I had a short conversation with one of the crew. He said, "Today is going to be special. Fans have been waiting for their interaction for a long time. Trust me, their chemistry is real." Hearing that, I got even more excited. And sure enough, shortly thereafter, I saw Zhang Linghe's figure enter the room. Tall, calm-faced with an always alluring smile. He wore a simple white shirt combined with black pants. Ruohan walked in a few minutes later, wearing a soft blue dress with sheer lace details. Her graceful and sweet aura instantly merged with Linghe's warmth. When the two of them met in the studio room, there was a brief moment that left me speechless. Their eyes seemed to light up. Ruohan put on a small smile, and Zhang Linghe reflexively lowered his head slightly, giving a polite yet warm greeting. Not just a formality, there was softness in his movements. Interview begins chemistry that cannot be hidden. As the interview began, the atmosphere of the studio suddenly changed to a more intimate one. The camera zooms in on both of their faces, while the host sits across, ready to ask questions. I sat on the edge of the room, watching every detail. From the first minute, I could already see how Zhang Linghe and Ruohan seemed so comfortable with each other. When the host asked, "How do you feel about being here?" Ruohan smiled, then turned his head towards Linghe. He did not answer immediately, but as if waiting for an answer from his companion. Linghe chuckled a little, then replied, "It feels good. Whenever I work or perform with Ruohan, the atmosphere is always more lively." Ruohan added, "Yes, that's right. Linghe always knew how to make the atmosphere lighter." The answer was simple, but the way they looked at each other made the whole room feel something different. There is a spark of affection that cannot be masked by formal words. Spontaneous, friendly scenes. The peak of that harmonious moment came unexpectedly. The host provides an interactive game. They were asked to ask each other with random question cards prepared by the TikTok team. Ruohan got the first turn. The question reads, "Name one little thing from your partner today that amazed you." Ruohan smiled shyly, then looked at Zhang Linghe for a while before answering. "Today, I was amazed that Linghe could look so simple in a white shirt, but still make everyone in this room pay attention to her. It made the whole room laugh a little, including the hosts. But the most interesting thing was Linghe's expression. He smiled, lowered his head slightly, then without hesitation looked back at Ruohan. If I, he said, was amazed that Ruohan could still look cute despite being nervous. I know he was a little nervous, but he kept calm." Hearing that, Ruohan covered his face with his hands, blushing in embarrassment. His hand shook slightly, and Zhang Linghe reflexively patted the back of his hand softly, as if wanting to calm down. That little scene was so sweet, so natural, and didn't feel made up. The whole room was suddenly silent. Only a small laugh and a whisper of admiration were heard. I could feel the warmth radiating out of them. Interaction behind the camera. As a source, I don't just watch what happens on camera. I also noticed their interaction during breaks. When the host was being given a pause for the preparation of the next segment, Linghe and Ruohan were not immediately busy with their respective phones. Instead, they talked lightly. I saw Ruohan correct a little the collar of Linghe's shirt that was folding. Linghe simply smiled and nodded slowly, as if getting used to that little attention. I don't know if they realize the camera is off or not, I thought to myself, but their gestures are just as natural and sweet. Such small moments are often more meaningful than long answers at the interview. They are not acting, but but really enjoying each other's company. Audience and fans' reaction. After the interview session aired live on TikTok, I could immediately see the comments pouring in. Fans in the chat column were crowded, almost like a virtual party. "I can't stand their eyes," wrote a fan. "Is this an interview or a live-action drama?" Add another. "Their chemistry is so real. It's undeniable." Seeing that reaction, I felt like everyone felt the same way as I saw live in the studio. That there was something between Zhang, Linghe and Ruohan that couldn't be hidden. A genuine chemistry that went beyond just being colleagues. Personal as a resource. That day I came home with a smile that was hard to lose. Not only because I watched interviews of popular artists, but because I saw the human side of two figures who had only been seen on the screen. I can conclude one thing. Even though the interview only lasted about an hour, the little moments in it will continue to be remembered by anyone who watched it. For fans, it was a gift. For both of them, it is a mirror that shows how comfortable they are with each other. And for me, as a source lucky to be there, it was a rare experience. Witnessing firsthand how an intimate scene doesn't always need to be directed by a director. Sometimes, he just appears, born of comfort and sincerity.